for high school sports on the NCW Life Channel. Today's broadcast of high school sports on the NCW Life Channel is presented by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Les Schwab Tires, Biosports Physical Therapy, Impact Auto Sales, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Town Toyota, Automocha, JDSA Law, and Weinstein Beverage. Now let's go live for all the action of tonight's coverage of high school sports on your home for local sports, the NCW Life Channel.
Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Wenatchee High School. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Grandstrom here on the NCW Life Channel. And we've got the doubleheader here for you tonight, as well as Hall of Fame night here at Wenatchee High School. We'll tell you more about that coming up. First of all, the Eastmont Wildcats take on the Wenatchee Panthers. And Grant, you got two teams going in opposite directions. They're both in the bottom of the Big Nine standings. Wenatchee looking at getting in the playoffs. Eastmont trying to play hard for the seniors.
And you know, the last two times they played, the last time we saw them play at Town Toyota Center, it was a pretty competitive game, and I think Eastmont's thinking if they're going to get the win this season, it might be tonight against the Panthers, but it's also kind of a resurging Panther team who played really tough last night. Yeah,
Christina Blauman came up with 23 points in the loss to Sunnyside. Played a very good team, very hard. And for the Eastmont Wildcats, just 20 points last night and single digits in each quarter. I know Ron Stone's trying to work on those youngsters to get that program together, but it's still a work in progress.
They are a work in progress. 4 freshmen played at one time last night on the floor for Coach Stone, and these are all girls that he coached since they were like 9, 10 years old. So he's trying to groom this team into something. They're great ball handlers. So I think he's got something building, and boy, he wants a win so bad here tonight.
Well, the band is pumped and primed, and so are we for the matchup here between Eastmont and Wenatchee. We'll talk with the coaches coming up next as the pregame show continues on the NCW Life Channel.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Welcome back here on the pregame show. Along with Ron Stone, I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCW Life Channel. Our Talk with the Coach brought to you by TC Slingers. They do snow removal too. Don't forget that, especially with the snow coming back on Monday. Well, Coach, I know it's been a tough season for the girls, but they still are coming out and working hard every night. What's the message as you get here to the final stretch?
Just continue to work hard, try to get better. And obviously, we want to try to end this season on a positive note, as far as some wins go. But I will tell you, it's amazing. I get where the record's not all that great, but Eric, they've truly worked very hard. Our last month of practice has been awesome. It really shows again what their character of who they are, and the seniors want to define who they are to help the younger kids. And we just want to play hard, smart, and have fun.
Well, speaking of which, last time you guys met with Wenatchee at the Town Toyota Center, you gave them all they could handle.
Yeah, we did. We got off to a good start. But, you know, basketball's a game of runs. They had a couple more runs than we did. We didn't get stopped. But, again, great energy, good environment to play in. We just got to hit shots.
Will you stick with your lineup, or are you getting some fresh girls in there, maybe some younger girls a chance to play here over the final 3 games?
No, you know what? I'm just going to hold true with how we've done it all season. Anna Klekenberg, our freshman, will be playing for us. She's a bundle of energy, but she started quite a few games. So it's a normal starting lineup, then switch it in as it is. You know, hopefully we can stay away from foul troubles, because that's kind of hasn't been great for us, especially key players. But we just want to pick the tempo up, play hard when Wenatchee's fast. We got to respect them as shooters, and just make sure we box out and keep them off the boards.
Well, best of luck here tonight. Keep everybody healthy. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Thank you.
Ron Stone joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and talk with Pat Loftus about the Wenatchee perspective on the way next on the NCW Life channel.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales.
Where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Pregame show continues here on the NCW Live channel. We get ready for the girls matchup between Eastmont and Wenatchee. Talking with Coach Pat Loftus now in our pregame interview, brought to you by TC Slingers. They are doing stone removal too, aside from placing that material when you do your projects around the house. Well, Coach, you guys played Sunnyside very tough last night. Blauman coming up with 23 points. That was a heck of a night for her.
Christina had a great night. I mean, obviously knocking down threes is big, but she really stepped up and brought us some energy as well. Yeah, that was a big game for her. Big game for her for a couple of different reasons. But, you know, our team, we had our intensity pretty high there for 32 minutes. You know, we've played 2 good games in a row. Hasn't translated yet to what we want. But, you know, we're playing some good basketball right now.
Well, let's talk about this. You guys right now are in line to get into that play-in situation. Of course, the team underneath you is the team you play here tonight. No wins on the season in the Big Nine, but they played you pretty tough in the Town Toyota Center. Is there a message about this tonight, it not being a trap game for you guys?
I don't think this one ever becomes a trap game. I mean, everybody's going to be fired up. The energy is going to be high. Girls are ready to go. We both of us and Eastmont had tough games last night. I mean, that's the way our league works. You just got to turn around, get back on it, and you know, energy in the first 3 minutes is going to be important.
Well, I thought the big difference for you guys in the first win at the Town Toyota Center was your bench and your ability to keep bodies fresh, and that seems to be kind of a theme for you this year.
Yeah, you know, I like to get some girls in that can get in as much as possible, and then, you know, whoever's playing well, we like to just kind of go with them. You know, just kind of tighten up the rotation as the game goes on.
See those cat-like reflexes? That's why I get the coach here, so he keeps an eye on the game for us. Well, Coach, best of luck tonight. Keep everybody healthy.
Appreciate it.
All right, Pat Loftus joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and get you the lineups and get you the tip here at Wenatchee High School coming up next on the NCW Life channel.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Welcome back once again here to Wenatchee High School. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCW Live Channel as we get ready for the starting lineups. They announced the non-starters first here at Wenatchee High's Gymnasium, as we expect a good crowd on hand for this one here tonight. Doesn't matter what the records are, because, Grant, when these two teams meet,
you can throw those records right out the window, Eric.
Well, let's take a look at the starting lineups here. First for the Eastmont Lady Cats, as announced by their head coach, Ron Stone. He's assisted by Joel Barnes and Shay Jones with a record of 0-9 in the Big Nine, 2-14 on the season. Starters include Alexa Heimbigner, a 5'4 senior guard, Jaden Brown, a 5'9 junior wing, Megan Chandler is a 5'4 junior guard, and Megan's a senior, isn't she?
No, I think she's a junior.
Is she a junior?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I keep trying to throw her up at her graduation this year. Emily Hardy is a 5'7 senior wing, and Adriana Klickenberg getting the start tonight, a 5'5 freshman. Off the bench for Coach Stone tonight, you'll see Annalise Bauman, Kaylin Schmitten, Isabella Renteria, Maya Phillips, and Kendall Flanagan. And we'll see whom else might come out there. They've got 15 girls on the roster for the varsity,
Tons
which
of players,
is not legal when you get to the postseason, but for now, we'll let them do that.
Right.
The Wenatchee Panthers line up tonight as they come in with a 2-6 record in the Big Nine, 4-12 overall. We should mention, too, that right now, the Big Nine top 6 that make it to the postseason, Wenatchee sitting right in front of Eastmont for that 6th and final spot to get into the play-in. There would have to be a lot of magic for Eastmont to make it over Wenatchee.
I guess so. Only 3 games left in the season, so yeah.
The starters here for Coach Pat Loftus, he's assisted by Sierra Franks, Greg Jones, and Miranda Smith. Olivia Ramirez, a 5'2 senior guard, getting the start tonight, along with Maddie Peters, a 5'5 senior guard. Kristen Sanford, a 5'6 senior forward. Emily Redmond, a 5'9 senior forward. And Christina Blauman, coming off a great game last night on the road in a loss to Sunnyside. She's a 5'11 sophomore forward. The non-starters that we'll see for the Panthers tonight, Missy Bennett, Josephina Albert, Taylor Schoengarth, Whitney Crawley, Lupita Bendito, one of Grant's favorite names.
I love it.
Addison Lopez and Isabella Parmenter. Those are the lineups here for the both clubs as we get ready for this one here on the NCW Live Channel. Thanks to both coaches for taking the time to join us on our pregame. Brought to you by TC Slingers. They'll place the material for you, even if it's snow that you want removed. Now, coming up between the two games at 7 o'clock, we have the Hall of Fame induction ceremony where they will induct 2 former players and a former coach. It'll be Isaiah Brant Sims, whom I guess is not here tonight.
I don't think he is, no.
But also Dylan Sugg, who I didn't see yet, but he's, of course, having a great career at Central Washington University. And then added to it will be Jay Young, former bowling coach here at Wenatchee High School. So those are the entrants into the Hall of Fame that'll be inducted coming up at 7 o'clock. We'll carry that live here on the NCW Live Channel. Well, Grant, you know, I mean, it's that time. It's, you know, you got, what, 3 games left.
Right.
If you're Wenatchee, you got 2 games left after tonight if you're Eastmont. But it's the rivalry game, so it's all, I mean, we joke about throwing the records out the window, but it is all different.
Absolutely. You know, and I did Eastmont's games last night here on the NCW Live Channel. I talked to both coaches before their games about looking ahead to the next night, to tonight, the rivalry game, and they both said yes, it was a definite possibility. And I'll tell you what, Eric, the Eastmont boys, they came out and played like they were looking past Moses Lake last night to tonight. So a big game.
We will take a break, have our national anthem, and come your way with the tip in 60 seconds on the NCW Live Channel. We've got Big Nine basketball coming your way next. Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653. Very impressive job on our anthem here tonight. And one of those young ladies I recognize, Kelly Norland, who is one of the top 10 for the Apple Blossom Festival Royal Courts, which we'll have live here coming up next Saturday, a week from tonight.
Don't miss it, Eric Granstrom in a tux.
In a tux.
That's right.
Yes.
That's worth the weight in gold right there.
It's a rare occurrence when you get me gussied up in a tuxedo. So join me and Julie Agins-Kuntz for that next Saturday right here on the NCW Live channel. It's going to be a busy day here next Saturday at the high school. They've got the district wrestling championship for the girls here during the day. And then, of course, the Cashmere Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant that night. So a busy one for sure. We're ready for basketball here tonight on the NCW Live channel. The officials, Eric Goki, Ray Harder, and Mike Penning. Eric, our referee tonight, will have the tip. And it will be Emily Redmond out there, along with a tip for Eastmont was Annalise Bauman. Well, they said she wouldn't start, but there she is out there. And so now we have Wenatchee with a basketball, and Eastmont comes out to the man defense to start things off here. They'll go weak on the right side over on the wing to Sanford on the drive down, lost it out of bounds. It'll be out to Wenatchee.
Interesting that Coach Stone gave Adriana Klinkenberg, the freshman, the start tonight, Eric. Haven't seen her start yet this season, but she played a lot last night against Moses Lake.
Inbounds pass will be by Blauman, baseline right side for Wenatchee. Boy, she had a great game, 23 points on the road last night. Bounce pass in, attempted to get to Sanford, but it's tipped out of bounds by Eastmont. They're going to say it's off of a foot of Klinkenberg, and so we'll be out to Wenatchee and a new shot clock. How about that? Cross outside. Here's Ramirez for a three-pointer. Rims off the back of the iron, no good. And then Blauman over the top on the rebound. And so our first foul of the game comes against Wenatchee. Looks like the Panthers are going to press here on the backcourt. Inbounds pass comes in by Heimbegner to Chandler. Back to Heimbegner as they work against that zone press. They break it, get it up to Brown. Then off to Chandler, bounce pass inside. The ball stolen away. Our first turnover of the game is at the hands of the defense for the Panthers. So they'll give it up to Maddie Peters, who will run the offense here. Bounce pass out to Blauman. Blauman crosses over to Redmond, gives it up to Ramirez. Olivia comes high to Peters. She'll start the dribble, work it around the perimeter. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Nice defense there applied by the Wildcats. They'll feed down low to Blauman with 4 on the shot clock. Got to get it up, and they're not paying attention, and it's going to run out here before they could get the shot, and a turnover by Wenatchee. Well, good defense by
It really was. It really was. They played excellent defense last night. You mentioned it, Eric. 4-2 at the end of the first quarter. Moses Lake and Eastmont last night. Unbelievable. And Moses Lake is good.
Yeah, they're top team of the Big Nine for a reason. And Eastmont out to a good start last night. So let's see, we're scoreless so far here tonight. Brown looking inside, bounce pass inside, turn around in the paint and falling down. Should have been a travel called. No travel called. It goes outside to Heimbegner. And a look at the three by Brown. She'll drive it instead and had the ball rejected. But there to clean it up is Annalise Bowman, and she'll be fouled after the nice play inside in the paint. And the foul is on Maddie Peters. That's her second quick 2 team fouls against Wenatchee.
Bauman just couldn't get going last night against Moses Lake Chiefs. They had Karstetter, a tall player underneath, and it just Bauman couldn't get going underneath.
Well, they've gotten the ball to her a couple of 2-3 times the first few times down the floor here, looking for maybe a little height advantage. Inside, first free throw is good for Bauman. Annalise with 1 more to go, the sophomore post player for Coach Ron Stone. As the youth movement is on at Eastmont High School.
Yes.
Second free throw good. So first lead of the ball game is 2 points for Eastmont. And again, we're going to have a press on both ends of the floor here. Bounce pass in to Sanford. Pestered there by Klinkenberg. She'll dribble it up, and then everybody will fold back. Man defense here for Eastmont. The drive by Sanford, the kick to Ramirez, almost got away from her, picked up by Chandler. Ramirez drives down the lane, horses up a right-handed runner. That's off the back of the backboard, and the ball picked up loose by Eastmont. Coming up the floor with the ball in hand is Heimbegner. She'll feed down for a Brown 3, off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound loose out top, Ramirez, and bodies falling all over the place, and a timeout taken by Pat Loftus. Holy cow.
It's like rugby.
That was rough and tumble, literally. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Automoca. Visit one of their 6 locations in the Valley, including the only Automoca with inside seating on 5th Street across from the college. What's your Automoca emergency? Also by Biosports Physical Therapy. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
You love this atmosphere, Eric. You look across the gym and you see the Eastmont student body on one side, Wenatchee on the other, the Golden Apple marching band in the middle, and just cool.
I'll tell you, the Eastmont side of that Oreo cookie there that you just described, I think is what caused problems for that shot clock violation for Wenatchee, because Pat Loftus was saying, shoot, 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 and they couldn't hear him because the Eastmont fans right in their ear
that's a great point.
were
You're
too
right.
loud. Inbounds pass comes into Peters here as Wenatchee trails it, trying to get their first points of the ball game. Blauman gives it up to Ramirez. They'll go around to Redmond. Emily had a great game the last time these two teams played. Now the drive by Peters, and she's fouled. And another quick foul going to be whistled against Christina Blauman, and that's something that, against Bowman. Bowman and Blauman doing the same thing you did last time. Inbounds pass baseline right side for Blauman. And her lob pass out top is picked up in the backcourt by Redmond. She'll give it up to the drive by Sanford. Lost the handle. Blauman picks it up with 24 on the shot clock. Lob pass across to Ramirez. Then back to Blauman, picked up by Brown. That's a good matchup there.
It really is.
You got the youngster in Blauman who is just going to be a star as her career continues. Just a sophomore against the senior Brown. Now 7 on the shot clock, but again, they got to shoot it up. Lob pass across Sanford with 3, with 2, shoots it, scores.
They did score, Eric, but that's not what you want on offense. Right down to the last few seconds of the shot clock, and then you got to throw something up. They were fortunate that time.
Tie game at 2. Almost halfway through the first quarter already, so a low-scoring one, and that shot is way off the mark. Missed by the Wildcats, and Klinkenberg kind of clunked that one. Drive by Blauman, and a foul going to be called, as I think Brown was out on her, and they will whistle a foul on number 4, and that is on on Jaden Brown. That's her first. The second team foul on Eastmont.
I like Blauman. She's only a sophomore, Eric, as you mentioned, a youngster, but boy, she is aggressive going to the basket. She's just fearless inside, and that's what I like about her, as well as being a good ball handler.
Well, and as she gets builds it more into her body and her ability as the years go by. Man, by the time she's a senior, she'll be an all-state player.
Oh, absolutely.
She did make the second of the 2, so it's Wenatchee's first lead here, 3-2. As Eastmont quickly breaks the press across to Brown, top of the circle. Brown feeds outside for a 3 from Heinbegner. It's no good. Rebound tapped. Blauman picks it up. Thought about running with it, but then is going to wait for everybody to go by her. She'll bring it across the midcourt stripe. Stop at the top of the key. Feed it off to Peters. Maddie wants a drive. Nice crossover, but a good job by Megan Chandler coming down and tying her up.
Really was. Heads up play by Chandler. She saw Peters go into the basket and just tied her up. Good job.
And that will go out to Eastmont, so that's as good as a turnover for Wenatchee. As Chandler came down, tied it up, and Chandler will take the inbounds pass here against the press as they trail it 3-2. Wildcats with the basketball. And they get it up to midcourt and feed it back to Chandler. Chandler drives it right down to the top of the free throw line. Outlets and now to drive. Left-handed shot. Runner on the way is no good by Klinkenberg. Good look at it. Rebound picked up by Wenatchee. Here's Blauman. Blauman top of the key goes off to Peters. Peters looking down underneath. Maybe backdoor for Redmond. Couldn't find her, so she'll give it up on the wing right. There's a drive by Ramirez, puts a shot on the run, no good. Rebound offensive and a foul on the rebound putback attempt here for the Panthers by Maddie Peters.
Boy, the middle of that key is so open on offense for the Panthers. They just can't find anybody in there. It is wide open under that basket.
Peters going to head to the free throw line. Already 3rd free throw attempted by Wenatchee. That's what Coach Ron Stone told us in the pregame show, is he can't afford to get any girls in foul trouble here.
And that happened last night. A couple of players fouled out. Jaden Brown, one of them.
Second free throw by Peters. Got the shooter's roll. Good. And Wenatchee out to its largest lead here at 3 points at 5-2. Again, Eastmont breaking the press easily. Almost a travel could have been called. Here's a 3-point bomb from outside. Missed badly by Klinkenberg, but a rebound offensive for Chandler. Feeds across to Klinkenberg. Down the lane she goes, and she's fouled.
This is on Blauman. I think it's their team. I think they thought they had all ball there, Sanford, but foul was called. 2-shot foul.
Well, if you're the coaching staff, you got to love these youngsters that are being aggressive out there on the floor.
Absolutely.
First free throw is up and good for Adriana Klinkenberg. All the points for Eastmont in the game so far have been from the free throw line. As Klinkenberg toes the line one more time. No good. Rebound, Brown chasing after it. Saved it inbounds, but it will go out of bounds on the end line. Good hustle.
Was.
But nobody there to help her out, so the ball will go out to Wenatchee, leading it 5-3 with 3:27 to go here in the first. Lob pass out to midcourt, picked up there by Ramirez, who is defended by Chandler nicely. Now to Blauman on the run, left-handed runner, no good. Rebound, Redmond had it, lost it. Rebound picked up by Klinkenberg. Feed pass ahead to Chandler. She'll lay it up with a right hand, missed the shot, got her own rebound, tapped it outside. Klinkenberg will give it up and across court to Brown. Here's a three-pointer, rims off short, no good. Rebound will go out of bounds. That'll be out to Wenatchee.
Both teams getting good looks at shots right now. They just can't hit them.
And that harkens back to the Town Toyota Center when they played last.
Right.
Is that there was a lot of good looks, but a lot of clanging going on off the rim, not ripping a lot of twine. Redmond has it on the perimeter. Tried to feed down low on a kind of a give and go to Peters. It goes out of bounds and a turnover for Wenatchee. That's their third here. Substitutions for the Panthers. As coming into the game is Addison Lopez. I think Lupito Bandito came in there. Bendito, I should say. And
I think Missy Bennett also.
Missy Bennett also in there for the Panthers, as Coach Loftus likes to go with those three lady rotations. Eastmont with a basketball. Chandler's going to shoot the three-pointer. Good. Megan Chandler with her first points of the game. Our second lead change of the contest. 6-5 Eastmont on top. Here's a drive by Bennett. They gave her the lane. She missed the shot, got her own rebound back. Put back no good. Rebound this time picked up by Chandler. Again, one of the shortest on the floor coming up with the glass. Megan with a feed left. Here's Brown. Takes it aggressively. Reverse layup is no good. Rebound by Blauman underneath for Wenatchee. She's going to dribble it out up the far sideline herself.
Look at that ball handling by Blauman.
And now she's going to shoot the three. My goodness. Step back three from there. It was, I think, partially touched by Brown, but the officials are going to say it's out to Eastmont.
It's a James Harden step back right there.
We talked about that the last time we saw these two teams play.
That could have been a travel.
And how you've got Christina Blauman, older brother Nate, and some of the games they must play in the driveway of the house. Here's a three on the way, no good. Missed from downtown by Kendall Flanagan, who also checked in our last substitution. Blauman looked at a three. Instead, she tries to pass it to Bennett, and it goes out of bounds. So another turnover for Wenatchee. Substitution here for Eastmont as Maya Phillips will come in. 6-5 our score. Eastmont on top. A little back and forth here in the first quarter with a minute and a half left. Chandler's going to slow the pace a little bit here and bring it across the midcourt stripe. Go to Heimbigner, cross court to Flanagan. Flanagan again cross court to Heimbigner. Top of the key for Chandler three. It's no good. Rebound picked up by Wenatchee's Addison Lopez. Outlet pass to Lopez to Blauman. Blauman's picked up there by Phillips. Gives it up to Peters. Left side, they'll work it around to Blauman. Blauman wants to drive on that baseline. Cut off there nicely by the defense. She'll raise the three-pointer. It's off badly. 56 seconds as Eastmont clears the rebound. It's Flanagan. Flanagan, oh, nice crossover step there. Here's a three for Chandler. That's an air ball. Nobody can hit the broadside of a barn right now.
Flanagan's a freshman too, Eric.
Yep. Here's a drive. Nice job of cutting it off by Chandler. Boy, she fleet of foot. Outside it comes to Peters. Peters on the drive. The kick, the ball goes out of bounds. It's off of Eastmont. And the Wildcats will bring in another substitution. And Emily Hardy will come in. She got the start last night?
She did.
How about that?
Yep.
Another scrapper for Eastmont to Coach Ron Stone. Inbounds pass comes in, quickly tied up as Lupita Bendito. And no, we're going to call a foul instead on a reach. And this will be on Kendall Flanagan, her fourth team foul. 31 seconds left. If you're Coach Ron Stone, you hate to see that foul right there because it gives them a fresh shot clock. Basically, you have it for the rest of the quarter unless they throw it out of bounds.
Right through her legs.
turnover here, the 5th for Wenatchee in this first quarter of play. Eastmont with a chance to score again.
I'm looking at Eastmont for 1 turnover in the quarter.
Just 1. And that's been a bugaboo for the Wildcats this season. We were watching your pregame show last night when Ron Stone said, yeah, we only had 14 turnovers our last game. Then that's and that's the lowest they had all season.
That's usually not how you describe turnovers.
Not
only 14.
Yeah, only 14.
Right.
7 seconds left. Shot missed. Rebound picked up by Wenatchee. Panthers are going to go for the final shot here with 2 with 1. Here's a hoist for 3.
Whoa.
Almost banking it in. I don't know if that'd be H in horse or not, but it is the end of the quarter. And a low-scoring affair here tonight is led by the Eastmont Wildcats. 6-5. We'll take a 60-second break, get you back for the second quarter coming up on the NCW Live channel.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Welcome back here to Wenatchee High School. 6-5 our score, Eastmont basketball after a Wenatchee miss on the other end of the floor to start off the second quarter of play. Heimbinger with it on the wing as Wenatchee goes to a zone. Here's a long shot from outside. It's missed by Maya Phillips, and a rebound foul going to be whistled here against the Wildcats, and that will be on Emily Hardy, her first, and already 5 team fouls on the Wildcats here. Had a couple of lead changes, 1 tie so far in 1 quarter of play.
Very evenly matched first quarter. It's hard to really pinpoint who's dominated so far. Very close.
No, it's just been a lot of missed field goals.
Really
Here's
has.
a nice steal by Heimbinger. Going to go coast to coast, lay it up with the right hand. She's fouled. And we'll get a couple of free throws on the hustle play there defensively by Missy Bennett. Bennett's going to collect her first personal foul. That's
I
a good
swear,
foul.
watching girls basketball all these years, no girl is going to have an uncontested layup down at the other end of the floor. It just is not going to happen.
No, that's true.
She's going to get hammered if she's going to be there.
If they can get back, there's going to be a
Absolutely.
slap going on somehow
Absolutely.
or another. Substitution, Brown comes back in to replace Hardy. Meanwhile, Heimbinger missed the front end of the 2. 1 more to come, trying to give Eastmont a 2-point lead. She does not. Rebound defensive by Emily Redmond, who checked back in for the Panthers. Battle of the Cats here tonight. Nice spin move and a drive
Nice
by
shot.
Bennett. Missed the shot, however. She gets 8 points from the Russian judge, but only 2 from the Canadian judge on the finish. It's that ice skating time.
I kind of
Figure
got
skating.
that.
Okay,
You're
all
right.
Gotcha.
Missy Bennett with the foul. No, it isn't. It's Ramirez.
Oh, I thought they gave that to Bennett. So just 1. So, and that, by the way, is also the 5th team foul. So both teams with 5 team fouls now.
Oh, it was a walk.
Yeah, and they got it. There's been about 2-3 walks so far.
Yeah, there has.
Rare turnover for Eastmont. Only their second here in this first half.
Both teams seem a little tight, don't they?
Yeah,
Here we are in the second quarter, but it's still kind of tight basketball out there.
Well, you could tell me, you were courtside at Eastmont last night for the Moses Lake game. Was that a physical game?
It was in the first half, and then when Moses Lake kind of took over, it wasn't anymore. But yeah,
Okay.
the first quarter and the second, most of the second, Eastmont played really tough.
Brown had the ball and then had it stolen away. So that's a turnover per side there. Nice job by Ramirez to step in, and then Eastmont takes it back. So a couple of 3 turnovers. Here's a drive by Brown. Right-handed hoist is no good. The rebound, Redmond had it, but then a tied ball going to be called underneath. Has a nice job by Maya Phillips to get her hands in there, and the ball possession arrow is out to Eastmont. Megan Chandler will bring it in baseline left side. Lob pass out top to Heimbigner. They'll work it around back to Phillips. Down low for Chandler, but then she's bumped. And the ball went out off of a Panther as she was sandwiched down below.
Don't you get the feeling that really one of the weakness for both teams is the lack of a true post player? Don't you agree with that?
Absolutely.
All the good teams I've seen this year have that, and they just don't have it on either team.
No. Shot was taken by Eastmont. They missed it by Brown, but got the offensive rebound. As it was Phillips who collected it. Here's Brown for a three-pointer. No good. Rebound underneath by Flanagan, and it comes out to Brown. Here's Chandler inside to Phillips. Nice turnaround move, but she's fouled and will go to the free throw line. Foul is whistled on Wenatchee's Emily Redmond. That's her first. 6th team foul on Wenatchee.
Eastmont has been tenacious on the offensive glass, out-rebounding Wenatchee offensively 4-2 so far this half.
Maya Phillips with the first free throw. That's good. Substitution for Eastmont as in comes Adriana Klinkenberg, and she will replace Kendall Flanagan.
We're going to be talking about those two for a long time to come, that's for sure.
Meanwhile, one more free throw coming up for Maya Phillips. Good. Good-looking free throw shooter.
Right.
8-5, Eastmont's largest lead now at 3 points. Wenatchee looking for a bucket. Sanford with it. Crosses over to Bennett. Missy with the ball high above her head. Nice pass inside to Ramirez, but she traveled.
Lack of height right there.
Absolutely.
Great pass.
Maddie Peters comes back in. Also in for the first time is Josephina Albert for Wenatchee. And I think Blauman also checked back in for the Panthers. Inbounds pass comes to Chandler. Chandler just dribbles past everybody. Feeds it up to Heimbigner. Comes out back high and then goes to Brown. Brown had the ball stripped from her, but got it back, and now she'll take a step, make the shot.
Tough shot.
I don't know how she got that, but
maybe
she
was
did.
fouled with the body there,
Could have been. 5-point lead for Eastmont. How about this?
Right.
Wildcats just 2 wins on the season. None in Big 9 play, but lead Wenatchee right now. Here's a drive of the paint. Nice little check there, and I think that was Chandler that got the block. Picked up by Brown. Brown, top of the key, feeds it outside for a Heimbigner three. Rims won't fall. Rebound offensive, put back on the way, no good. That was a nice try by Phillips underneath. This time it's picked up by Wenatchee as Peters will bring it across the midcourt stripe. Go to Josephina Albert for a three. That's clangs off the front of the iron. Brown picks up the rebound. Jaden feeds it up, bounce pass inside, wide open shot, look underneath by Phillips. She's bumped from behind by Redmond. We'll get 2 free throws.
You know what? Eastmont right now is just playing better defense, and they're out hustling the Panthers down the court.
They are. Redmond's second personal foul. That puts Eastmont in the bonus for the rest of the way. So they got 4 and almost 5 minutes where they're in the bonus here. So they'll stay aggressive on the offensive end, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Maya Phillips just made 2 free throws. Back there again. Connects on the first of 2 here. Substitution for Wenatchee. Albert comes out. Back in comes Sanford. And one more free throw for Maya Phillips. Good, and a 7-point lead for Eastmont. Phillips will come out. In is Annalise Bowman. Meanwhile, inbound pass against the press here. Comes in. Oh, I thought Albert checked out. I guess she stayed in the game.
I think Redmond came out, Eric.
Okay, that's who it was. Thank you. Drive by Peters on the baseline. Triple team comes. Ball loose out top. Body falls down as Albert. But Wenatchee maintains possession. Ramirez will work off a Blauman pick.
Look at this freshman playing defense out here, Eric.
I know. That is something.
All over Ramirez.
Something to see. 5 on the shot clock. 4. Sanford has it with 2 on the shot clock. And then the ball stolen away. It's loose and goes out of bounds. It's a shot clock violation no matter what.
Wow, great defense.
Wow. 8 turnovers for Wenatchee here in this first half. Inbounds pass comes in. You're right, Grant. I mean, Eastmont is just picking it up and putting them down right now. They are the more aggressive and faster team on the floor right now.
Absolutely.
Heimbigner on the wing right. Her bounce pass attempt nearly stolen away, but there's Chandler. Guess always. Brown with a drive. Her ball partially blocked by Blauman. She'll pick it up. A 2-on-3 now. Blauman bounce pass to Ramirez, and she dropped it on the end line, and it goes out of bounds.
It's a good idea by Blauman, just a little bit leading her just a little bit too far.
Flanagan will come in, but we'll get a timeout taken on the floor. 30-second timeouts by Eastmont, so we'll keep it right here on the NCW Live Channel. Our broadcast brought to you by Confluence Health, dedicated to improve their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities throughout North Central Washington. Also by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort-trained specialist specializing in commercial and residential HVAC systems, online at dicksheatingwenatchee.com. Coming up next week here on the NCW Live Channel, a replay of Eisenhower and Wenatchee boys basketball with Grants on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. Hockey night Thursday features Wenatchee and Trail. And then next Friday, Eastmont hosting Davis, as we have the battle of the brothers on the coaching staff for both the Eastmont boys and Davis boys, with the Juarez boys getting together. And now we're going to get another timeout taken by Eastmont. So interesting. They saw what they wanted to on the floor on that inbounds play, and they'll get a full timeout. So we'll take a 30-second break as well on our broadcast. 3:57 to go here in the half. 12-5. Eastmont leading Wenatchee. We're back after this.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Good crowd on hand here tonight at Wenatchee High School, with the student body in full throat, band in full throat, or full wind, or full percussion, whatever you want to call it. 12-5 the score. Eastmont surprising the partisan contingent here at Wenatchee High School tonight so far, as they lead at 12-5. After the full timeout by Coach Ron Stone, it'll be an inbounds play for Eastmont in the backcourt. They'll get it into Flanagan. She starts to dribble. Then they go midcourt, break the press. Chandler, and the ball ripped away from her. It's loose, volleyball around, and then a travel going to be called.
A couple of things could have been called there.
Dancing cheek to cheek is one thing, but when you rotate from cheek to cheek with your ball in the hands, that's traveling. Josephina Albert lob pass ahead to Ramirez, who's the quicker, and it will be, how about that? Young lady Adriana Klinkenberg comes up with a loose ball, and a turnover for Wenatchee and a foul on top of it. The foul will be on Olivia Ramirez. That's her second. That'll be the 8th team foul on Eastmont. Wenatchee will traverse ends and put the freshman at the free throw line.
I've got 11 turnovers now for Wenatchee, Eric.
Yep.
That doesn't win you a whole lot of games in the first half when you have 11 turnovers.
That does not. Rebound on the missed free throw, picked up offensively momentarily, and then it's stripped out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off of Wenatchee. Well, Eastmont getting the benefit of the calls right now, too. They'll bring it in the corner, and then lob it in to Brown. Brown had it stripped from her, and Peters comes up with a loose ball, so a turnover for Eastmont. Is that 4?
A 5 for
them. 5 on Eastmont here in this first half of play. Peters, drive, kick, Albert, outside, Blauman. Blauman picked up by Brown. That's a great matchup. We'll watch that all game long. Peters now out top with 10 on the shot clock. Beautiful lob pass inside to Albert.
Wow.
She missed the close-in bunny, but gets the foul.
Peters has had a couple of nice pass attempts tonight.
Foul is on Flanagan. That's her second. That's a 6. So next foul will put Wenatchee in the bonus. Albert on her first free throw, no good. Wenatchee so far in the game is 3 of 5 from the free throw line. One more free throw coming up for Josephina Albert. It's on the way and good, and we'll have a replacement for her as Emily Redmond will come back into the game.
Took almost 5 minutes, Eric, for Wenatchee to score this quarter, their first point of the second quarter.
3:12 to go, 12-6 the score. Lob pass across, Brown, drive, and no foul called. Coach Loftus wanted a charge, but none coming, and they've really changed how they call those charges this year. Here's the drive, and the ball plucked away from Sanford, goes out of bounds off of Eastmont.
And Jaden Brown knows how to lean in, use her body to draw that foul, and like you said, they're calling it differently now, so she's not going to get that call.
Bounce pass into Redmond. 21 on the shot clock for Wenatchee. Blauman, ball handler extraordinaire. Out top it comes to Sanford. She'll drive, shoot it on the run. Too strong, got her own rebound. Putback's no good. Rebound picked up by Heimbigner for Eastmont. Couple of golden opportunities. Like you said, it's open inside for Wenatchee. They're just not cashing in. Heimbigner, bounce pass. That's a dangerous pass. Heimbigner collects it after Peters had a chance at it. Heimbigner thought about the shot. No, they go high post instead to Brown. It's knocked away by Redmond. 7 on the shot clock. Megan Chandler lob pass in, fumbled off of one hand, then got back in, and a shot good by Bowman.
2 seconds on the shot clock.
It's one of those happy accidents where it went off of one Wildcat, came up in the other's hands. She says, I better shoot this. Blauman on the drive, cut off there nicely by Brown. Here's a three-pointer. Go!
Ho, ho, ho. Hello.
That's the first field goal of the game for Blauman, who had 23 points in the loss at Sunnyside last night. Here's Redmond stepping in front. Stops and pops for the free throw line. Good! 5-point swing right there. Emily Redmond with the bucket. Cuts the lead to 3, 14-11. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Chandler, who was pestered by Sanford and put the arm out, and Sanford goes to the floor. They call the offensive foul. Second on Chandler. Nice little run here by Wenatchee.
Momentum.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
switched right here.
As Eastmont's lead was at 8 moments ago, now it's down to 3. After 5 points in a row scored by the Panthers. Peters will give it up to Blauman. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Blauman working against Brown. I think everybody else should just go away and just have those two go play one-on-one. Here's a shot for 3 by Redmond. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Out back to Redmond it comes. She'll stop and pop from 12. It's no good. Rebound fumbled around. Picked up finally by Eastmont. Minute 6 left as they quickly get it ahead to Chandler. A 1-on-3, so she'll wait for help. Feed, drive, ball loose. Picked up underneath and a turnover by Eastmont. Wildcats have not done well on their possessions down the floor the last few times. Blauman over to Redmond in the corner. Looked at the 3, won't shoot it. 49 on the game clock, 20 on the shot clock. Got time here. Here's a drive by Peters. Splits the defense, puts it up on a run. No good. Rebound. She's trying to get it herself. Can't do so. It's picked up underneath by Phillips. She'll dribble it up. A 1-on-5. Needs some help. Fades outside. Heimbigner almost traveled. Now to Chandler. They'll work it around for a shot from 3. No good by Brown. Rebound tipped. Picked up by Sanford. I think every rebound we've had bodies on the floor here.
Holding somebody's arm.
Exactly. Here's a drive by Sanford. Cut off there with 14 on the game clock. She'll hand it back to her. Outside to Peters with 10 seconds. And Pat Loftus is screaming for a timeout. Had to go all the way down to the Eastmont bench to get the timeout. He's screaming for it.
He wants more time on the clock, too, because he's calling for timeout about 4 seconds before that.
He was. And so finally, the officials.
They're going to put 5 or 4 seconds back on, too, Eric, I believe, to 11 seconds.
It's a full time, but we'll keep it right here, obviously, at this point. And so one of the officials, Mike Penning, comes over and apologizes to Coach. There's 7.7 seconds. Now they put 11.1 seconds back on the board here.
He was rather loud.
Well, yes, he was, but usually you get a technical foul for going over to the other end of the floor and leaving your coach's box. But hey, when you want a timeout, you want a timeout.
And that's wanting a timeout.
Definitely so. That's the first full taken by Wenatchee. So each team has used a full and a 30. Our broadcast brought to you by Global Car Care, a quality auto repair facility with highly trained technicians celebrating over 25 years in the car care business. They speak your car's language at 1840 North Wenatchee Avenue. Also by Harvest Valley Pest Control. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call today for your free estimate. We certainly appreciate all of our sponsors to help us out bring you these broadcasts here on the NCW Life Channel.
You know what's ironic too, Eric, is both these coaches know each other well. Patrick Loftus was on the staff of Coach Ron Stone when he was the boys coach here at Wenatchee High School. So they know each other's styles, they know each other well.
Absolutely. Nice chess match going on here tonight. So Wenatchee basketball after the screened timeout by Coach Loftus. And they'll get it into Redmond down in the corner. Redmond drive on the baseline. They're going to call a foul, and she'll get some free throws.
Boy, you don't want that at the end of a half.
No. Foul is on Alexa Heimbigner. That's her first. It's the 8th team foul on Eastmont. So both teams with 8 team fouls. Both teams in the bonus with 8.5 seconds left. Redmond to the free throw line for 101. She's got 2 points. Make that 3 as she makes the first end of the 101. One more to come here. Should say Emily Hardy checked back in during that last timeout. And Missy Bennett's going to try to come in, but she will for the shooter. Free throw by the left-hander, Emily Redmond. Good. Pulls Wenatchee to within 1 after they trailed by as many as 8 here in the second quarter.
You know, Eric, they didn't score for almost 5 minutes of this quarter, but these last 3 minutes, they've made it count, that's for sure.
Definitely so. And I believe that's a 7-point run now, isn't it?
It is.
5 seconds left. Eastmont gets to the midcourt. Here's Brown, gives it over to Hardy. Hardy with no time left doesn't take the shot. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Entertaining, I will say. Not very fruitful on the point side, as it's a 14-13. So Wenatchee missed an extra point in that first half of play, since we have the Super Bowl coming up this weekend. And we can say Super Bowl because we're talking about it from a news perspective.
Yeah, it's touchy. NFL's touchy about that. Just don't sell anything and say it.
They'll come after you.
That's right.
They will come after you. All right, so we're at halftime. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back and talk about this one. 14-13, the visitors across the river leading the Wenatchee Panthers. It's Eastmont 14, Wenatchee 13. We're back after this 2-minute timeout on the NCW Live Channel.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell, and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
JDSA Law is a proud...
To Wenatchee High School, 1-point game here at the half. Well, Grant, we talked about the fact that these two teams get together. You throw the records out the window. And
Right.
Eastmont really playing pretty well in that first half. Both teams had plenty of opportunities from the field in close. They just couldn't make the shots.
And, winless so far for Eastmont in the Big Nine, but I think they felt this was a game they could possibly get away with the win, and I think they're playing that way tonight. They outplayed Wenatchee for most of that first half. Wenatchee had a good last, 3.5 minutes or so, but other than that, I think it's been all Wildcats in this game. As you mentioned, they've out-hustled them, and I think they played better defense.
And led by 1.8 points in the second quarter. But a little run there for Wenatchee down the closing stretch of the second quarter, and it makes it a 1-point game here at the half. Unofficial totals in that first half of play. Pretty balanced scoring for Eastmont. Well, for both teams, really. 4 points for Annalise Bowman for the Eastmont Lady Cats. 3 points for Megan Chandler. 3 for Maya Phillips. 2 for Jaden Brown and 1 for Adriana Klinkenberg in that first half. Eastmont 5 of 11 from the free throw line. Yeah, a lot of free throws shot. 19 total in that first half of play. Eastmont unofficially was 7 turnovers in the first half as well. Meanwhile, for the Wenatchee Panthers, they were led by the 4 points of Emily Redmond, 3 for Christina Blauman, 2 points for Kristen Sanford, 2 for Maddie Peters, and 1 for Josephina Albert. Wenatchee doing a lot better from the free throw line, 6 of 8 in that first half of play, unofficially with 11 turnovers in the first half. And I know that Coach Pat Loft is going to talk to the ladies about securing that ball.
Absolutely. And as far as rebounds go, Eric, very tight as well. 19 rebounds for Wenatchee, 16 total for Eastmont in that first half. 4 offensive Wenatchee, 5 for Eastmont. Leading the way for Wenatchee, 7 rebounds for Christina Blauman, 4 for Maddie Peters. And for Eastmont, 4 rebounds for Maya Phillips off the bench. She's done a nice job, and 3 each for Alexa Heimbigner and Jaden Brown.
Well, it's Hall of Fame night here at Wenatchee High School, aside from it being the Cross River rivalry renewed. Say that 6 times fast. As the Wenatchee Panthers host the Eastmont Wildcats, it's Hall of Fame night for the Wenatchee Panthers as they celebrate a couple of former athletes. Isaiah Brandt Sims, you got a chance to call a lot of his games.
All of them, and Dylan Sugg as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like a proud dad here tonight.
And then also former coach is Jay Young getting inducted
Right.
into the Wenatchee High School Hall of Fame. As you come into the facility here and make your way back to the gymnasium, you pass the hallway where the Hall of Fame is, and some lofty and familiar names on those plaques, that's for sure.
And Eric, I'm thinking that Dylan Sugg and Isaiah Brandt Sims are probably the quickest 2 athletes to ever be inducted into the Wenatchee Hall of Fame.
Yeah, exactly. They both can actually run still.
Right. Dylan Sugg actually still in college.
Yeah, still playing football.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. We will take another 2-minute break and come back and talk about what else we have coming your way on the NCW Live channel, your home for local sports. We're here at halftime. It is the Wenatchee Panthers trailing the Eastmont Wildcats 14-13 our score. We'll come back after this 2-minute timeout.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653. Welcome back once again here to Wenatchee High School as we get ready for second half action between the Eastmont Wildcats and the Wenatchee Panthers. Eastmont leads it by 1 here at halftime. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Call the Pro Shop to schedule your time on their full swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 884-4653. Plan your next tournament or event today. Also by Impact Auto Sales. They strive to impact your life, not your wallet. You can expect a hassle-free car buying experience at Impact Auto Sales in Wenatchee. Also by Jefferson Danielson, Son, and Aylward Attorneys, delivering quality and innovative legal services to North Central Washington since 1946. Online at jdsalaw.com. Grant Olson joining me here on the broadcast tonight. Weather, my friend, was interesting today and last night.
I woke up this morning at 6 o'clock. It was 55 degrees. It slowly went down throughout the day. I think at noon it was about 52. Yeah. 3 o'clock it was 46, and I think when we came here about 44 degrees. So we're in a cooling trend right now. It's going to be much cooler tomorrow, but what crazy weather today with that wind too.
Yeah, well, I heard that come up last night. Tried to blow the canopy off the top of the boat, and we've battled with that all day today. And then, of course, the warm temperatures. I don't know what the top wind gusts were, but I'm sure it was over 30 miles per hour in some locations.
I'll tell you, Chinook wind was one of our favorite things in the winter in northern Montana, so that's what happened today.
Well, the inbounds pass stolen away by Eastmont, and right there, Megan Chandler for the layup, missed it. But a quick turnover to start our second half on Wenatchee. Their 12th here of the ball game.
Just like they weren't ready or something right there.
Well, they tried to pass it off,
right,
and they weren't looking. So Chandler to the free throw line. Makes the front end. She's got 4 points. The foul, by the way, was on Kristen Sanford. That's her second personal foul. One more free throw for Chandler. It's on the way and no good. Rebound tapped around. Volleyball. Chandler trying to get it in front of the Eastmont bench. Can't do it, though, and so it goes out to Wenatchee. 15-13. Eastmont led by as many as 7 points in that, or 8 points in that first half of play. Wenatchee closed it down to 1 right before the half.
And I think if you're Wenatchee, Eric, you've got to get Blauman involved in this offense. Let her take some shots, let her get into a rhythm, and let her get hot.
There's a beautiful pass underneath for a wide open layup. Good for Olivia Ramirez. That's her first bucket of the ball game. And we're tied at 15. Second tie of the game. Again, press by Wenatchee in the backcourt. We'll see how the freshman handles it here. Lob pass across, and that almost over and back. The ball stripped away, and it's picked up by Wenatchee. 8th turnover by Eastmont unofficially here in the ball game. Sanford looked at the three. She'll drive it, kick it to Blauman. Here's the three for her. It's blocked, but saving it inbounds right to Ramirez. Nice job by Sanford underneath. The drive down the lane is missed on the shot by Peters. Rebound picked up by Heimbegner. Up ahead to Brown. Drive on the baseline. She'll shoot it on the run. Off balance, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll be off of Eastmont and over to Wenatchee. Boy, the field goal percentage is struggling mightily for both teams here.
Yes.
I'm thinking less than 20%.
I don't think Wenatchee's had a lead yet here either, have they?
Nope. Well, early on, first part of the ball game. Here's a drive by Blauman. She's fouled going down the lane, and that, again, something Eastmont can't afford to do a lot of is foul.
And that's a shot you don't need to foul on. That
No.
was a really tough shot. You got to kind of recognize that as you're playing, you know what I mean, on the court, and just stay away from that kind of shot.
Jaden Brown with the foul. That's her second. First team foul for Eastmont here in the second half. Blauman, though, can't make the free throw. One more free throw coming up for Christina Blauman. You know, playing back-to-back nights, too, if you're Wenatchee going down and playing Sunnyside, they played them really tough last night. Tough to have that energy on back-to-back nights. The free throw missed, but an offensive rebound. There's a three by Ramirez. It's missed. Rebound this time picked up by Eastmont. And a good job by the youngster out there, Maya Phillips. And now we're going to get a travel.
Yeah. And you're right, going back to what you said about going to Sunnyside for Wenatchee. Eastmont basically 2 home games in a row this weekend, at home last night and then just across the river here tonight. So they got to kind of get a little more rest than Wenatchee did.
Wenatchee with a basketball. Ramirez on the wing right. Out top it comes to Blauman. I think you're right. Christina's got to get more involved in this game offensively. Here's a bounce pass inside. Not a great pass decision. Picked away easily by Eastmont. Brown had to give up the dribble off of a missed dribble as she crossed the midcourt strike. There's a couple of dead spots, I think, out here in this floor. And this is a fairly new floor they put in.
It is.
Outside is Heimbigner. Stops beyond the arc. Passes out top. Drive by Phillips. Shot good. How about that?
Nice aggressive drive. She really played well off the bench last night against Moses Lake, too. I think she ended up with 8 points last night and really played well.
Well, she's leading Eastmont with 5 points right now. Wildcats back out on top by 2, 17-15. Here's Blauman on the baseline. Cut off there nicely by Brown. She's been playing stellar defense on her all night. Blauman stepped back 2, missed it. Rebound volleyball picked up out towards midcourt by Peters. New shot clock for the Panthers, so they have a chance to run the offense. No, Blauman's just going to shoot a long three-pointer. Just as soon as I say something, then of course they combat that. Rebound tapped around, picked up by Phillips. They got the numbers here. She'll drive it all the way herself and miss the lay-in.
Great chance for the Wildcats there.
Sanford on the rebound. Brings it across the midcourt strike. Right side to Peters. Maddie looking. She'll shoot the long three. Banks it. No good. Rebound Sanford. Hoists the left-hander. No good. Rebound offensive for Ramirez. She missed it. 3 to get 1. They can't even do that. Tough night shooting for Wenatchee all the way around. 4:50 to go here in the third. Eastmont looking for their first win of the season in Big 9 play. Lob pass in, way too tall for Brown. Brown turns, runs into Sanford. She falls down, no whistles. Meanwhile, Blauman on the drive as Chandler let her go, and a foul going to be called on the drive.
What a heads-up play by Blauman. No help underneath. I think Chandler thought she was going to get some down low. It just didn't happen. A nice, easy lane for Blauman. She goes to the line.
Fouls on Maya Phillips. That's her first, second team foul. Meanwhile, Christina Blauman to the free throw line, where she is 1 for 3 here in the game from the charity strike. First free throw for her is good. Substitutions for Eastmont. Flanagan comes back into the game. Also in is Bowman. With 4:34, Blauman going to try to tie the game once again. And she cannot. Rebound picked up underneath by Eastmont. Gives it up to Chandler. Chandler quickly ahead to Flanagan. Flanagan cuts through the paint, tried to horse up the shot, and they call a travel. Eastmont 3 turnovers here in the second half. Blauman against the press. Gets it into Ramirez, collects it back, and a streak up the near sideline. Give herself a little bit of an angle there. That's just heads up basketball for that sophomore. Oh, goodness.
So good.
Peters. Top of the arc. Gave up the dribble. Defense comes. Gives it to Ramirez. Down low. Back to Peters. Peters on the drive. Falls down.
Pass.
Ball loose. Ramirez kind of kicked it. Peters comes up with it. And we get a foul call.
Once again, about 3 different things could have happened right there or been called.
The foul is on Eastmont's Megan Chandler. That's 3 on Chandler. Inbounds play baseline right side. Wenatchee with a chance to take the lead back for the first time since early in this one. Turn, shot by Peters, no good. She'll swipe at the rebound. Brown comes up with a loose ball, 2-on-1, bounce pass across. Back to her, Brown shoots, scores.
Nice ball movement there. 3-point lead for Eastmont, but they earned that one.
19-16 the score. Not a barn burner on the offensive end by any stretch. And now that should be a charge by Peters. It is. Just kind of lost the handle on the ball as she dribbled it. And the foul on Peters is her second. Player possession foul, so it'll be out to Eastmont. Substitution here for the Panthers as Addison Lopez comes back in. So too does Missy Bennett. Again, they keep pressing, but Eastmont breaking that press easily. So I kind of wonder, Grant, why do you continue with the press if it's not doing anything?
Right.
Here's Brown for a three. It's an air ball. Goes, no. Flanagan saves it inbounds. Nice hustle play there. We've seen a lot of those hustle plays here tonight.
We really have.
Pass inside. Defense comes. Heimbigner three. That's off the mark. And Blauman with an easy rebound. Christina behind the back dribble. Comes up top of the arc, going to shoot the three-pointer. Good!
I love that step back. Fantastic.
4 1/4, 7 of the ball game for Blauman. We're tied at 19, our third tie of the ball game. I think this may be a last possession type of game here, Grant.
I think so too.
Megan Chandler off to Heimbigner. Cross-court pass all the way over to Flanagan. A lot of youngsters out there for the Wildcats. Drive by Flanagan, cut off by the double team. Outside it comes to Brown. 5 on the shot clock. Chandler's going to shoot the three. Banks it, no good. Rebound Ramirez. Again, Wenatchee for a chance to take its, second lead of the game. We've had 2 lead changes, and that was in the first few minutes of it back in the first. Blauman lob pass underneath and traveling in the lane. After she collected it was Isabella Parmenter, who's in there.
And you mentioned the youth movement for Eastmont. No seniors on the court. Brown a junior, Chandler a junior, these freshmen, Flanagan and Klinkenberg, they've got a lot to look forward to next season.
Going to take a 30-second break of the broadcast with a timeout taken by Wenatchee with our score tied up at 19 with we're late in the second. We'll come back right after this.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell, and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
Tied up at 19 here in the third quarter. Thanks for watching Big Nine basketball tonight on the NCW Life Channel. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Grandstrom here as 38 points total scored in this one so far. 2:18 to go here in the third quarter. Well, it's close. It's not that they haven't tried. It has been a very scrappy ball game.
And they are evenly matched. Let's just be real. They really are.
Again, Eastmont breaks the press by Wenatchee. And, Ramirez almost stole it. Heimbigner looked at the three, backs away, gives it up. Now they go around. Klinkenberg traveled with it. That's the 4th turnover for Eastmont here in the second half, and that can hurt your attempt to get your first win in the Big Nine.
It really does. We see that at least once a game, Eric. You put the ball down before you take the step, and players like to take that step and then put the ball on the floor.
Blauman with it on the wing. Looked at the step back. Triple team came. Somebody's got to be open. Missy Bennett shoots the three and rims short. No good. Rebound loose inside. Who's going to get it? It's Wenatchee outside for another three. Good! Missy Bennett with her first bucket of the ball game gives Wenatchee the lead back. Its second lead of the contest. 22-19. Here's a three for Chandler. It's no good. Rebound battle for underneath. Picked up by Heimbigner. Offensive. Heimbigner outside it comes to Klinkenberg.
Eric, I was just going to say, Eastmont can't panic now. They're down by 3, still get your shot.
Turn around at the high post, cross court over to Heimbigner for a three. Rims off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound squeezed finally outside by Chandler. Heimbigner wants a drive, and she's bailed out by the defense on a shot that had no prayer of getting anywhere close to the rim. Foul call.
But there's an example. They were patient after that initial three taken by Chandler, and now they have a free throw opportunity.
Isabella Parmenter on her first personal foul. That's the third team foul on Wenatchee. Meanwhile, Alexa Heimbigner, who is 0 for 2 from the line, scoreless so far, has a chance to change that. and cut into the 3-point lead by Wenatchee. First free throw is almost an air ball. And again, Grant, I just wonder about legs, especially, you come in after a hard night last night. You mentioned the second half, kind of a blowout for Moses Lake and Wenatchee Eastmont last night. Second free throw, it's off the back of the iron. But I don't care who you are. You get to the second end of 2 nights back-to-back playing, and you're playing a rivalry game here.
You're right, Eric.
Legs
Absolutely.
cannot be what they once were. Both free throws missed by Alexa Heimbegner. Now Wenatchee back on the other end on the offense. High post, they'll go. Drive, shot. Foul whistled. Parmenter on the drive. She'll get 2 free throws.
Nice aggressive play by Isabella Parmenter, the 5'8 junior, to go to the line now.
Fouls on Annalise Bowman. That's her second. Just 52 seconds left here in the third quarter. Again, after the game's over, they're going to go right to that Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So we're going to get our microphone down to Bruce Bennett, the public address announcer here, and get you that here on the NCW Live channel, and also get us ready to go for the boys game. Substitution for Eastmont. Brown comes back in. We'll give Chandler a brief break. Seems, though, that Megan, when she's on the bench, only is there for about 2 breaths.
I have a feeling she's telling the coach, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Second free throw by Parmenter is good. 23-19. Wenatchee now at its largest lead of the ball game. Lob pass ahead to Heimbegner. Again, Eastmont easily breaking the press, but it does take them some extra passing. Brown inside, brought the ball down low where everybody could get after it. Now the ball in the backcourt. Over and back got to be called, and another turnover by Eastmont. And you start to see some of that doubt in the back of the mind start to creep up for the Wildcats, and they, 0-9 and Big 9 play, and some of those things start to happen again. But
absolutely
now a nice play
right
by Brown, stealing the inbounds pass and then throwing out of bounds off of the leg of the Panther. A turnover by Wenatchee. They're 4th here in the second half. 23-19 the score. Eastmont with a chance to cut it down here. Emily Redmond's going to bounce off the bench and give Blauman a break here for the last 32 seconds of the third quarter.
It's a good substitution right there by Coach Loftus.
Fantastic substitution. Inbounds pass comes into Klinkenberg. Back it comes as Flanagan was handling it. Now Brown, ill-advised pass, but got the ball back, so that will work just as a loose ball. No turnover, but that will be a turnover as she passes it over. Goes behind Klinkenberg, and 6 turnovers here in the second half for Eastmont. That gives them 13 in the ball game. Now Blauman going to come back in for the offensive set here for Wenatchee.
Interesting. I thought she'd get a rest through the entire rest of the way, but
they want to try to maybe get a 3-ball from her and extend that lead, which sits at 4 right now.
Well, then you have momentum going into the fourth too. I kind of see that.
Absolutely. Missy Bennett will bring it across the midcourt stripe, work off the pick from Blauman, and they're going to call a foul on Blauman. That's exactly what you didn't want to have happen.
No.
That's why you took her off the floor, so you wouldn't get a foul on her, but she does, and that's her 3rd. So now Eastmont with a chance here before the buzzer. Klinkenberg with 5 seconds to Brown. Brown wraparound bounce pass with Flanagan. Rushed the shot a little bit, and that'll be the end of the quarter. And Wenatchee coming back here. Leads at 23-19 over Eastmont. We'll take a 60-second break, come back in fourth quarter action next on the NCW Live channel.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Wenatchee outscores Eastmont 10-5 in the third quarter to take a 23-19 lead here as we head to the fourth. Christina Blauman, well, Grant, you talked about getting her involved in the offense, and she's got 7 points in the game, 4 in that third quarter to lead all scores.
And she could really be the player on this court right here in this fourth quarter that takes it really among herself just to finish this game off for the Panthers. She's that good to do it.
Yeah, she could take it over.
She has take it over is what I meant. Yeah, and she's taking a little rest right now.
Eastmont with the basketball to start this fourth and final frame. trailing it by 4. It's been a long time since the Wildcats had a bucket. Outside it goes Klinkenberg on the drive. Left-handed shovel shot, no good. Put back rebound, no good by Phillips. And the rebound picked up by Missy Bennett. She wants to run and press the issue, but the ball stripped away from her and picked up by Eastmont. Another turnover. That's 5 of the second half for Wenatchee. It's kind of here, you take it. No, you take it. Here's a 3 for Chandler. Klang missed, and a foul called on the rebound. It's going to be on Eastmont, and it will be on Adriana Klinkenberg. Her first, the 5th team foul.
She getting a lot of time tonight, isn't she, the freshman Klinkenberg?
Yes, she has. It'll be Maddie Peters with the basketball now for Wenatchee. She brings it across the midcourt stripe, goes to Emily Redmond for a 3-pointer. Good! Oh, my. Emily Redmond for 3. That's 7 for her in the ball game, and Wenatchee now extends the lead to 7. Its largest. Reached by Bennett. Almost a foul could have been called there. Here's a bounce pass, dangerous pass. Klinkenberg comes up with it. Brown on the perimeter, cross court over to Chandler. A feed and a drive by Phillips. A right-hander from the left side, good. Wow.
Boy, they needed that, Eric. I was just going to say, if Wenatchee comes out and scores again, Coach Stone needs a timeout, but that was huge.
7 points for Maya Phillips tonight for Eastmont. Here's a drive by Peters. Right-hander, runner, good. Wow.
Really, an Eastmont defender just needed to get in front of her there.
And the ball picked away by Wenatchee. Turnover for Eastmont. 7 now in the second half. 14 of the ball game. 28-21. Outside it comes. Here's a long 2-pointer. Rattles in and out. No good. Taken from outside by Addison Lopez. Eastmont with the basketball. Heimbigner, right side. Now a rifle pass across to Klinkenberg with a little step. Bounce pass in. Brown shot. Good. Well, it was kind of awkward looking all the way through, but give her the bucket. 6 points for Brown. 28-23. Drive and a shot and a foul called. Free throws coming up for Wenatchee.
Another situation there, Eric. You just don't have to foul on that kind of shot. A runner in the lane would just put your hands up.
Through traffic.
Right. And Bennett was counting on it. She got it.
Heimbigner with the foul. That's her second. 16th foul on Eastmont. So Wenatchee going to be in the bonus rest of the way here. Missy Bennett with 3 points. Missed the first end of the free throw. Hardy comes in to replace Eastmont's Maya Phillips. And one more free throw for Missy Bennett. Missed them both. Rebound picked up by Heimbigner. Heimbigner looking behind her, dribbles it all the way down in the corner in front of the Eastmont bench. Bounce pass out top. Dangerous pass to Brown. Brown shovels it back out to Hardy. Outside they go on the perimeter. Heimbigner with it. Cross-court pass over to Klinkenberg. Long 2-pointer. Rims won't fall. Rebound. 2 Eastmont Wildcats bump into each other, but the whistle comes and they call it against Wenatchee.
Interesting.
The foul is on Peters. She was in the zip code, I guess.
A nice ball movement on that possession by the Wildcats.
It was. Inbounds pass comes in. Klinkenberg down in the corner for a 3 from Chandler. It's no good. Rebound defensively by Sanford for the Panthers. Wholesale substitutions for Wenatchee coming up as they bring 3 bodies in front of us here at the scorers table. Meanwhile, bounce pass off, the drive taken, the shot on the way. Good by Addison Lopez.
Nice crossover dribble in the lane and freed her up to make that layup.
7-point lead again for Wenatchee, 30-23. Hardy with it. Goes across the midcourt stripe to Chandler. She'll collect it back from Heimbigner. Now right side, Klinkenberg. They work the ball around again. Heimbigner 3, that's way too strong. Rebound picked up by Wenatchee, and then a foul going to be called on Klinkenberg, and a needless foul there, a youngster foul.
It was, really was.
Foul on Klinkenberg is her second.
And you know what? Eastmont has had some good looks at it here the last couple of minutes. They just can't get it to go, but they have moved the ball very well on offense.
Problem for Eastmont, every time they foul now, it puts Wenatchee at the free throw line.
Right.
And we're going to get a timeout taken by Coach Ron Stone. He has both a 30 and a full. They're going to take a 30, so we'll keep it here on the NCW Live Channel broadcast tonight, brought to you by Les Schwab Tire Center. Go online to leschwab.com to find a tire store near you. Doing the right thing matters. Also by Town Toyota, your automotive home to quality and reliability in North Central Washington. Appreciate Town Toyota sponsoring our broadcast here on the NCAA Live Channel. We've got the Hall of Fame induction ceremony coming up right after this ball game, and then getting ready for boys basketball, Eastmont and Wenatchee. I'm sure will be an entertaining one as well.
I'm looking forward to that one. I really am. I think it's going to be a close game.
You had some activity above the rim last night, eh?
We had, Kyle Karstetter, first of all, for Moses Lake, is 6'7"
He's
and very athletic. So he had, I think, 4 dunks in the game, and Isaac Wellborn had 2. So a half dozen dunks. You can't go wrong there.
Style points? Who won the style point?
Well, Wellborn's was kind of a cupper with one hand. Karstetter's all were two-handers.
Okay.
But he about tore the basket down on this baseline dunk at Eastmont last night. It was great.
First free throw off the mark by Sanford. Rebound picked up by Eastmont as Brown has it. Brown takes it all the way herself, then backs away from the defense as it comes out on her. Rifles a pass across. Here's a look at a drive by Flanagan. They'll get it back over to Heimbigner. Heimbigner looked at the 3, had Hardy at the elbow, but won't find her. Now Flanagan back to inside it comes, outside it goes. Here's Flanagan for a 3-pointer. Good. Well, she
Not over yet, Eric.
Got her money's worth on that
Sure
one.
did.
Closes the gap to 4 at 30-26. 4:10 to go. Out on the perimeter it comes to Lopez, who got a bucket on a nice drive moments ago. Now to Ramirez. Ramirez cut off there by Chandler. They'll hand it off to Blauman. Blauman picked up by Heimbigner. Blauman with 4 on the shot clock's got to do something with it. Bounce pass in, going to be stolen away by Brown. Turnover by Wenatchee. 6 turnovers here in the second half. Chandler crosses over to Flanagan for a 3. That's an air ball, but picked up underneath by Heimbigner. She'll say, that's a nice pass. Thank you. Lob pass in to Brown. Brown outside to Heimbigner for a 3-pointer. That's too strong. Air ball. Weak side picked up by Blauman. Blauman feeds it ahead. Looking at a 3. Now the drive, and we're going to get a foul call on the floor. And a little bump. Little chest to chest there by Kristen Sanford and Flanagan.
I love this freshman's attitudes out here. Flanagan hits a 3. She's talking smack out there.
Oh, yeah. A little spirited here tonight on the NCAA Live Channel. That foul, by the way, on Flanagan is her 3rd personal foul. 18 fouls. At the line, Kristen Sanford, who was there moments ago with a front on a 1-on-1, missed it and makes this one.
I think this is where this game is going to be won, is right here. So the Panthers need to do their job at the charity stripe.
It's only the 2nd free throw made out of 8 here in the second half.
Right.
After they were 6 of 8 in the first half for the Panthers. Trying to stretch the lead back to 6. Won't do it. Rebound almost offensive. Picked up by Brown. She'll give it up ahead to Chandler. Chandler tried to feed underneath to Flanagan. Flanagan somehow got sticky fingers, was able to keep that ball out of bounds, but then lost it. And a turnover by Eastmont. Just getting a little bit too excited.
It is. 32 turnovers now between both teams, Eric.
Lob pass ahead to Ramirez.
33.
Picked up by Brown. Another turnover. Bounce pass, beautiful to
Nicely
Chandler.
done.
Layup, good. Megan Chandler with 6 points in the ball game. 7 turnovers here in the second half for Wenatchee. 31-28. We're not done yet, gang. Pass ahead inside to Blauman. Blauman had the ball stolen away. Flanagan tried to get it. Ball loose on the floor. Finally picked up. Outside it comes to Peters with 15 on the shot clock. No need to get too big of a hurry here for Wenatchee. 10 on the shot clock. Down in the corner, Redmond had the ball partially checked on the 3-pointer.
Nice rebound.
The offensive putback by Sanford underneath is tipped out of bounds.
That was a well-done rebound. Good timing and nice block out underneath.
And the ball just touched the rim, so a new shot clock for Wenatchee. Flanagan replaced here by Klinkenberg for Eastmont. Inbounds pass baseline right side by Blauman. And it comes in to Peters. Maddie backs away from Chandler. Chandler comes up, and they're going to say timeout, Wenatchee. Good timeout by Coach Loftus. He takes a full. We'll take a 30 with 2:35 left in the ballgame. 31-28 our score. We're back after this 30-second timeout.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
31-28 our score, back and forth ball game with 3 lead changes, 3 ties. Wenatchee's biggest leads have come here in the last few minutes. 7 points at one point. It's 3 points right now. Panthers will have the basketball, inbounds play after the timeout. Wenatchee left with 1 timeout. Eastmont has 2. Peters has the ball in hand, and we're going to get a blocking foul, I believe, or what are they going to call it on? Sanford hit the deck, and Klinkenberg was trying to get through the pick, and they call a foul on Klinkenberg. Goodness.
She ran right over her, literally.
3 fouls on Klinkenberg, and that's 9 team fouls on Eastmont, and that will put Sanford to the free throw line. Free throw is good.
Big
more
one right there
for Kristen Sanford, who has 4 in the ball game. Two huge free throws.
Really were.
For Kristen Sanford, makes it a 5-point ball game. 33-28, 2.5 minutes to go. Chandler feeds outside to Brown. Brown lob pass across, dangerous pass. Klinkenberg drives, shot, no good. Rebound, Klinkenberg tried to get it herself, and we're going to get what? Body on the end line.
That's a break for the Panthers.
To Wenatchee, yeah. Good idea by Klinkenberg. I'm sure a coach would say you need to use the glass on that shot.
Right.
2:20 to go. Possessions limited here for both teams. Peters with it on the wing right. And now a foul going to be called against Heimbigner as the ball came into Ramirez. That foul on Heimbigner is her 3rd. That's the 10th team foul. So we're shooting 2 the rest of the way here for Wenatchee.
That was a foul that she didn't really need to commit right there. Lots of time still on the shot clock. I know time's running out, but you got to keep your head about you.
Keep your feet underneath them.
Right.
They've had a few like that tonight where they just got out of control. First free throw is up and good for Olivia Ramirez. That's a huge free throw right here. And you mentioned it back in the 3rd quarter. This could come down to free throws.
Right.
It is right now. 6-point lead for Wenatchee. Second free throw for Olivia Ramirez. Good. 2 giant-sized free throws there. Lead is at 7. Back to the largest lead for Wenatchee. Working the perimeter is Eastmont. Over to Heimbigner for a 3. You got to have it. Can't get it. Rebound loose on the floor. Emily Redmond tied up down there with Eastmont's Annalise Bauman. And the ball on the possession arrow goes over to Wenatchee. Just no buckets from the field tonight.
No.
In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 field goals in the game.
Is that crazy?
For Eastmont.
That's a 5-second call there, Eric. Another turnover on the Panthers.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excuse me, 9. 9 field goals for Eastmont here in the game. They got to have one here. Inside it comes to Brown. Outside to Heimbigner. Heimbigner backs away from the double team. Bounce pass dangerous. Inside it goes to Brown. Brown on the baseline. Drives it. Can't make it. Got her own rebound. Put back. She's fouled. With 1:46 to go here in regulation.
Well, that's what they need. If you're not going to get a field goal, at least get the clock stopped and go to the free throw line.
4th foul on Maddie Peters. And that puts Eastmont in the bonus the rest of the way for any other fouls that may come. Free throw by Jaden Brown. Boy, you got to make these, and she does not. One more free throw for Jaden Brown. That was her first free throw attempt of the game. As they make a substitution, Missy Bennett comes in, ball handler for Eastmont, or for Wenatchee, as Christina Blauman takes a seat momentarily, I'm sure. Second free throw good for Brown. She's got 7 of the ball game, 35-29. Missy Bennett. Outside it comes to Peters. Maddie, 1:38 to go. Eastmont doesn't have to foul
Not
here.
yet, no.
Drive by Bennett. Wraparound pass to, Bennett from Peters. Peters now on the drive, past the defense, missed the shot, rebound defensive, and a foul called.
Yep.
Oh my. That's going to put Eastmont back at the line.
Once again, clock stopped, gives you a chance to catch up with the clock not moving.
Kristen Sanford with the foul. That is her third, 7th team foul. Minute 24 to go, and to the line for Eastmont is Annalise Bowman. She's got 1 and 1. Left-handed free throw shooter. Studies it, makes it. Giant free throw, cuts the lead to 5. Second free throw for the 5'11" sophomore. Good. My, oh my. 6 points for Bowman. Pressure by Eastmont. And the clock running. Ball loose at midcourt. Missy Bennett falls down. No traveling called.
There, it could have been called again.
Now,
we may have a timeout called first.
Got a timeout called by Pat Loftus before the held ball could be called. So the timeout will be given in possession to Wenatchee with 1:19 to go.
That was heads up by Coach Loftus. Really was.
That really was. Our broadcast tonight on the NCW Live Channel brought to you by Weinstein Beverage Company, a family-owned business proud to support your local high school teams. Find them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram, or also on the web at WeinsteinBeverage.com. Well, I won't say it's a great game. I will say it's a very entertaining game.
It's competitive.
It's a very competitive game.
Yes.
Absolutely. Boy, we have filled in here, haven't we?
Oh, they've got a great crowd.
Yeah, fantastic crowd here tonight at Wenatchee High School. Hall of Fame nights. Last time these two teams will meet this season. In the regular season, we'll say.
Right.
Golden Apple Marching Band across the way from us. That is the dividing line between the Eastmont student body and the Wenatchee student body. I will say, though, that over the past several years, you know, they've put a lot of focus on sportsmanship and the bridge of sportsmanship and all of that. And it really has been, I guess, what shall I say, a more peaceful existence between the two student bodies.
I think so, too. You think the name change did it, huh?
I don't know about that, but I think that maybe the ramifications have been
I think
a little
so,
different.
too. I think so, too.
Inbounds pass. Wenatchee breaks the press, and a foul called on the drive by Sanford.
And you know what? Kudos to Coach Loftus for that play out of that timeout. Got a great shot. What he wanted, his player at the free throw line to get some more points, and that was well designed by Coach Loftus.
So Bauman with the foul and Sanford with the free throws coming up for Wenatchee. She shot 4 free throws, misses the front end here, and will shoot her 6th free throw of the quarter.
Yeah, she's been there a lot this quarter.
She's got 5 points in the game. It's a 4-point differential. Missed the free throw. Rebound by Brown with 1:14 left on the clock. Brown dribbles away from the pressure, gives it up to Chandler. Now to Klinkenberg, outside to Chandler. Here's Brown. Inside Klinkenberg, tried to move before she got the handle on it, and the official's going to talk about whose ball it is. Could have been called Wenatchee ball, but no. Goes out to Eastmont with 1:02 to go. Eastmont, to my count, still has 2 timeouts here. Lob pass in to Heimbigner. They'll go down in the corner for a Chandler 3. She's missed every one she's taken. Rebound offensive, but a block underneath on a shot attempt. Now we're going to get a reaching foul. Goodness. Wow. That's called on a hustle play underneath by Missy Bennett. Foul on Bennett is her 2nd. And 1 and 1 for Jaden Brown. Brown with 3 in the quarter. She's got 7 in the ball game. First free throw, good.
Here we go, one possession game.
1 possession game. If she makes this, she'll cut the lead to 2 with a lot of time left on that clock. Ron Brown saying she makes the free throw, he wants a timeout. Missed the free throw. Rebound underneath is Emily Redmond, horses it away. Sanford with it now. No need to foul if you're Eastmont. Trailing it by 3, 45 seconds left. You've got the shot clock in your favor. Here's Redmond for a 3. It's an air ball, goes out of bounds, saved in by Ramirez, right to Eastmont.
Unbelievable shot by Redmond.
Redmond. Oh, they're going to say it's Wenatchee ball. Oh my. Redmond looked like she touched the ball, and Eric Goki says, I didn't see it.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, that's a break.
That's a turnover for Eastmont at a crucial time. 32 left on the game clock. 26 new shot clock. Did Wenatchee get there? Missy Bennett on the sideline. Now the drive. Now the shot. Rims won't fall. Rebound tipped outside of Chandler. Chandler's fouled.
Free throw time for Eastmont.
Foul is on Maddie Peters. That 5 on Peters. She's disqualified from this game with 4 points.
I'll tell you, Missy Bennett can't believe that shot didn't go. It was a great look on the baseline, in and out.
Christina Blauman going to check in for Maddie Peters. Meanwhile, Megan Chandler at the free throw line. This will be her second time to the line tonight. She was 1 of 2 in the third.
1 and 1 here, Eric. Boy, I hate to say she's got to make these, but you know what? She's got to make these, at least the first one.
Free throw up, off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound by Blauman. Well, you got to foul if you're Eastmont now.
Yeah, you do. Ooh.
And now Megan Chandler will foul. Hoist it up, make the shot, but no. They will traverse ends and give 2 free throws for Blauman, and the foul on Chandler is her 4th. A lot of time ticked away there before they got the foul.
Did.
On the missed free throw and the rebound by Christina Blauman. So Blauman, a chance to ice things a little bit here for Wenatchee. Free throw good.
That's huge. That was a huge free throw right there.
8 points for Blauman.
Coach Loft is exactly right, Eric. Do not foul now if you're Wenatchee.
Yes, 16.1 seconds left, 4-point game. Eastmont will need 2 buckets here, and they missed the second one. Rebound touch goes out of bounds. They're saying it's off of Bennett. So the Eastmont ball with 15 seconds left. Well, crazier things have happened, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
So Blauman missed the second one. Now lob pass across to Brown. Brown driving, shooting, and no foul called. She got the rebound, loose on the floor, and a held ball called with 5 seconds left. Possession arrow out to Eastmont. Oh, I thought that was a foul.
I did too.
And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Ron Stone. Full timeout. We'll keep it right here on the NCW Live channel. Reminder, we've got the boys game coming up. Prior to that, however, we'll have live coverage of the Hall of Fame induction ceremony here on the NCW Live channel. Coming up tomorrow, Eisenhower Wenatchee girls basketball on the replay. Tomorrow at 2, and then tomorrow night at 7, hockey with the Wenatchee Wild and Trail. That's from back just about a week ago. Then coming up on Tuesday nights, it's Wenatchee and Eisenhower boys basketball on the replay. We'll feature Trail and Wenatchee on hockey nights Thursday, and then Friday, Eastmont girls and boys against Davis. 6:30 for the girls, 8 o'clock for the boys right here on your home for local sports, the NCW Life channel. Appreciate our crew here tonight. Jessica Nunez up top on camera number 1. Anna Nelson on camera number 2. Malcolm Whitehall back at the studio. We got Josiah Davison back. Haven't seen Josiah other than in the local tel part of the world.
Right.
But helping us out with the broadcast tonight is our line producer. As Dan Kuntz is luxuriating in the Arizona desert.
And he had to send us pictures too, didn't he? 76 degrees down there, 74 or whatever he said today.
He sent us a picture of an adult beverage starting his vacation. I don't blame him.
I don't either.
Inbounds pass here for Eastmont after the timeout with 5 seconds left. Comes in to Chandler down in the corner for a Brown 3-pointer. Off the top of the backboard, no good. And Wenatchee's going to come from behind and win this one here tonight, 36-32. Unofficial totals here for Eastmont. 8 points for Jaden Brown, 6 points for Megan Chandler, 6 points for Annalise Bowman, 1 for Adriana Klinkenberg, 7 points off the bench for Maya Phillips, good game for her, and 3 points for Kendall Flanagan. Meanwhile, for the Wenatchee Panthers unofficially, 4 points for Olivia Ramirez, 4 for Maddie Peters. It'll be 5 points in the end for Kristen Sanford, 7 points for Emily Redmond, 8 points for Christina Blauman, 3 for Missy Bennett, and 1 for Josephina Albert, and 2 off the bench for Addison Lopez. That's going to wrap it up here for this part, and we are going to get the microphone down to Bruce Bennett and get you ready for the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We've got our helper here going to grab the microphone if we don't lose it in front of too much. So go ahead and stretch that down there to the public address announcer there, Josiah. Hopefully we've got enough cord to reach that far. And that's all the cord I've got. Oops, okay. So Jim Beeson making the announcement that we're doing the Hall of Fame induction. He's going to give us the microphone to Bruce Bennett. I can't understand what Jim's saying, but obviously has something pertinent to our Hall of Fame induction here.
I think he said that's going to be a normal warm-up time before the boys game.
Okay, which gives them officially 15 minutes, right, for the warm-up. So they're going to have the current Hall of Fame members who are here tonight to line up down on. And our new inductees, or at least representatives for the inductees, will be coming also our way. So they're waiting for the current Hall of Fame members. Josiah trying to get his attention to turn the microphone.
The 2019-20 Wenatchee Panther Booster Club Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Each of the inductees receive a plaque for a keepsake to take home, and their caricature is placed in the Hall of Fame display on the hallway next to the athletic office. Introduce them. Shall I start on them yet, or should I read this? Okay. The Wenatchee High School Athletic Hall of Fame was established by our then athletic director, Brian Flonis, to help recognize the exceptional achievements by Panther athletes, coaches, and administrators. Each year, up to 5 new members are added as selected by a 12-person Hall of Fame committee. The committee is made up of school district faculty and coaches, Wenatchee High School Booster Club members, and at-large representatives from the community. Nominees for the Wenatchee High School Athletic Hall of Fame must meet specified qualification criteria and be nominated by someone. Anyone can submit a nomination, but it needs to be done on the Booster Club nomination form, and the nominator must provide documentation of accomplishments. Nomination forms are available in the athletic office anytime and at the ticket gate for tonight only. You can turn in your completed application at the Wenatchee High School Athletic Office. We have Hall of Fame members forming here at the end of the gym. As I say your name, would you please take a couple steps forward? Kevin Skaliski. Eric Kuntz. BJ Kuntz. Bob Eller. Tom Black. Leanne Branham. Mike Sugg. Larry Fox. Bruce Campbell. Eric Wolf. Gene Baker. Dewey Keefe. Carlton Olson. And Ron Zielinski. The first Hall of Fame inductee this evening be Mr. Jay Young. Unfortunately, Jay could not be here tonight with us, but he and his wife already had a vacation scheduled long before he knew about his induction. In his place is current WHS history teacher and former colleague of Jay's, Brandon Harley. Presenting Brandon with Jay's plaque is the Wenatchee School Athletic Director, Kim Beeson. Jay, who was born in Germany, spent 4 years of his younger life in Labrador, Canada, where with little else to do during the long, cold winters, took up bowling and became highly proficient at knocking down pins. After graduating from Pacific Lutheran University in Tacoma, life's travels brought Jay to the Wenatchee Valley, where he would begin a 48-year association with Wenatchee High School, including 47 of those years as a history teacher. During the early part of his teaching career, Jay dabbled in the Pro Bowlers Tour before turning his attention to coaching. Initially, Jay was an assistant wrestling coach for fellow Wenatchee High School Hall of Fame member Stan Opp, before assisting with the girls' bowling program for 6 years. In 2008, Jay took over as the head girls bowling coach, and he proceeded to establish the program as one of the best in the state. During his 8 seasons at the helm, Jay guided the Panthers to a state championship in 2016, a second place in 2014, a 4th place in 2013, and a 6th place in 2011. In addition, Jay's teams won 3 Big 9 district titles, 6 Big 9 league championships, and his teams compiled an impressive 79-24 match record during his 8 years. Individually, Jay was named Big 9 Conference Bowling Coach of the Year 6 times, won the Tom Byrne Wenatchee High School Coach of the Year twice, and was a finalist for the NCW Coach of the Year in 2016. Jay and his wife call Wenatchee home, but they spend a great deal of their time traveling the country. When in Wenatchee, Jay spends a good portion of his time as a volunteer at the Wenatchee Senior Activity Center. In conclusion, Jay is just a good all-round guy, and we would like to again congratulate him on his selection to the Panther Booster Club Hall of Fame. Our second inductee this evening is Isaiah Brant Sims. And the presenter is Don Whipple. Unfortunately, Isaiah could not be here tonight with us, as he is currently living in California and was here at Christmas. In his place is his mom, Tracy Brant Sims. Presenting Tracy with Isaiah's plaque is Wenatchee High School assistant football and basketball coach, Don Whipple. On the track, Isaiah proved he had unmatched sprinter speed as he became Washington State's first high school athlete to win WIAA state championships in both the 100 and 200 meter dashes in 4 consecutive years, while competing in the state's largest classification. As a result of his success, he was named the Washington High School Boys Track Athlete of the Year in 2014. In addition to his 8 state championships, Isaiah also won 14 District 6 championships and surpassed his own school records several times. He still currently holds the school record in the 100 meters with a time of 10.36 and the 200 meters with a time of 21.24 seconds. On the football field, Isaiah was equally impressive. He was a 3-year starter at running back and set numerous school records, including career rushing yards with 3,740 and career touchdowns with 52. During his high school career, Isaiah was selected first team all Big 9 running back his junior and senior years. Big 9 offensive player of the year his senior year, and first team all-state as a running back his senior year. Isaiah finished his high school career with 7 varsity letters, was awarded the Doc Conway Panther Best Award after his senior year, and was named the NCW High School Male Athlete of the Year in both 2013 and 14. After graduation, Isaiah took his talents to Stanford University on a full-ride scholarship to play football and run track. While at Stanford, Isaiah was a 3-year letterman in football and a 4-year letterman in track. As a member of the track team, Isaiah was a 3-time All-American and set a school record in the indoor 60-meter dash at 6.64 seconds. In all, he broke Stanford track records 8 different times. Isaiah capped his career by placing 3rd at the Pac-12 Outdoor Championships and won a conference title as a member of the 4x400-meter relay team. Finally, Isaiah was a finalist for the NCW College Male Athlete of the Year 3 times. Again, congratulations to Isaiah and welcome to the Panther Booster Club Hall of Fame. Our 3rd inductee this evening is Dylan Sugg from the class of 2014. Dylan is a 2nd-generation Hall of Famer, joining his grandfather, Mike, in the Panther Hall of Fame. Presenting Dylan his Hall of Fame plaque tonight is another WHS Booster Club Hall of Fame member, Eric Wolf. Dylan could be described as a great all-round high school athlete. He finished his career at Wenatchee High School with 4 letters in basketball, 3 in football, 2 in baseball, and 2 in track. Basically, he could do whatever sport he wanted and could do it well. On the basketball court, Dylan, a 6'5" frame and overall athletic ability, showed him to play on the perimeter or the post. He completed his Wenatchee High School career on the hardwood as the school record holder for most career field goals with 508, most career rebounds with 735, 2nd in school history with 1,307 points, and 6th highest career scoring average at 14.69 points per game. His basketball talent was recognized at the Big 9 level as he was selected to the first team All-Conference 4 times and was the Conference Player of the Year as a junior. Dylan was equally adept on the football field as he was a 3-year starter for the Panthers at quarterback. Dylan set numerous career and season passing school records, including most passing yards in a career at 4,752, most passing yards in a season, 2,389, most career pass completions at 356, and most career touchdown passes at 47. Dylan capped off his football career by being selected first team All Big 9 quarterback his senior year. During the spring seasons, Dylan spent his first 2 years playing baseball and his last 2 as a member of the track team. On the baseball diamond, Dylan pitched and played the outfield while lettering both his freshman and sophomore years. In 2012, Dylan and his Panther teammates advanced to the regional play for the first time since 1995. In track, Dylan threw the javelin and discus and earned honorable mention All Big 9 honors in both events. Finally, Dylan was a finalist for the NCW High School Male Athlete of the Year in 2014. After graduation from Wenatchee, Dylan took his talents to Central Washington University in Ellensburg, where he first served as a backup quarterback before switching to tight end, where he would end up starting. Again, congratulations to Dylan and welcome to the Panther Booster Club Hall of Fame.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, the induction ceremony for the Hall of Fame for Wenatchee High School. We will take a 2-minute break and come back and get you ready for the boys game on the way on the NCW Life Channel.
Thanks for watching High School Sports on the NCW Life Channel. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Les Schwab Tires, Biosports Physical Therapy, Impact Auto Sales, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Town Toyota, Automoka, JDSA Law, and Weinstein Beverage. This concludes today's coverage of high school sports on your home for local sports, the NCW Life Channel.